Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. Now we have some breaking news coming in about ICC World Cup that is coming in. Now amid politics over ICC schedule, BCCI Vice President Rajeev Shukla clears the air. Now Rajeev Shukla says that ICC has to approve all the venues. It is not purely in BCCI's hand. So all those who are objecting should realize that we need consent of ICC also while choosing these venues. Now this is a day after Congress MP Shashi Tharoor questioned the schedule and said why no match was scheduled at Thiruvananthapuram. And also he talked about the Mohali Stadium as well. Now Board of Control for Cricket in India BCCI's Vice President Rajeev Shukla said that a lot of centres and zones have been accommodated in the recently released ICC World Cup schedule, and Mohali, Punjab not getting a single match in the tournament is because of the current stadium in Mohali did not meet the standards of ICC.
I think it's a well-drafted schedule and everybody has pondered over it, and new venues have been added. Like Lucknow has been added. UP never got any chance to host World Cup, ever before. So they have been given chance. Guwahati has been given chance. Lot many venues from South has been added. So I think they have given a fair amount of consideration before finalizing the venue. Secondly, you should always keep in mind, ICC has to approve all those venues. It's not purely in BCCI's hands. ICC has to approve those venues. So all those who are raising objection, they should realize that we need a consent of ICC also while picking up these venues.
I have CNN News 18's Yash joining me live on the broadcast. Yash, a very good morning to you. Just for our viewers, could you please explain the entire process about selecting a venue for World Cup? Also, what are the specific reasons because of which the Mohali has been excluded from the schedule?
Well, Sakshi, a very good morning. First of all, if we talk about the process in this entire case, what happens is the local authorities, all the local body which is operating in the country, in India's case, which is BCCI, form certain committees. And those committees actually form reports based on different zones and areas. And that particular report is then submitted to the ICC. And then both the organization, the International Association, and in fact the local, all the National Association, both in these cases are ICC and BCCI, works together and chalks out the entire process. So this is the process which is undertaken where BCCI makes the recommendation and ICC finalizes those venues. And in fact, talking about Mohali in particular, we know that Mohali is one such iconic stadium which has hosted a slew of events, including 2011's India versus Pakistan, which is one of the greatest match perhaps in the history of cricket. And in fact, Mohali is one such stadium which is hosting matches since 1996, World Cup matches and other international matches. And in fact, Rajeev Shukla coming out and giving out this statement is actually correct, because we have to understand this is not entirely on BCCI's hand to actually pick up locations and in fact allot matches to them. In fact, this time around, Narendra Modi Stadium in Gujarat is being given one of the star matches, if we can say, which is India and Pakistan, and in fact the other one is the finale which will be happening over there. So we have to understand the recommendation is made by the BCCI, but the final decision is being taken by the ICC. Now, a lot of parameters are being taken into consideration, looking at the fixture which we are looking at. In fact, India versus Pakistan is one such match where there are a lot of eyeballs, and in fact a lot of people want to watch that match. And in fact, Narendra Modi Stadium being one of the biggest stadiums in the world, which can host up to 132,000 people. So that could be one of the reasons why, this particular stadium has been chosen. And in fact, it's not only a Punjab sport minister who has raised eyebrows on this entire schedule of ICC World Cup, but in fact MP from Kerala, Shashi Tharoor, and a Congress MP has also raised certain questions on this entire fixtures, because he has said that there are actually many matches which have been allotted to many particular locations, but why you haven't given certain matches to stadiums like the Trivandrum Stadium? Yes. So this is something which is beyond the gambit of BCCI to choose the venue, but definitely BCCI has a say in it. And in fact, Rajeev Shukla coming out and giving this statement tells one thing, that politics aside, it's a momentous occasion for India, because hosting the Cricket World Cup is a very big thing, both for the sports lover and in fact to also promote something like cricket in the country. And in fact, a lot of new venues have also been allotted this time around, be it Guwahati, and a lot of fixtures are taking place over there. And in fact, Lucknow is also being included first time. So new venues are being allotted, and in fact certain old venues are kept out. In fact, Indore is also one of those stadiums which is being kept out of this entire list. So political slugfest, if we can say, has broken out. But Rajeev Shukla coming out and in fact giving out details as to why this is happening, certainly true, because this is something which is the due process which is being followed by both the association, be it the National Association or the ICC.
Okay. Yash, I would request you to please hold on, because we have Shashi Tharoor's reaction that he gave out on this particular decision and about the inclusion of certain venues. Let's listen in.
Begins in Ahmedabad. The first match of the tournament is in Ahmedabad, and the tournament ends in Ahmedabad. The final is there, and all the prestigious matches seem to be going to Ahmedabad, including India-Pakistan. So obviously, this is the new cricketing capital. When I was growing up, the debate was between Brabant Stadium in Bombay and Eden Gardens in Calcutta. Then Brabant Stadium got eclipsed and they built the Wankhede in Bombay. So Eden Gardens was the place. You remember when we did the 1987 World Cup? The idea was that the final would be in Eden Gardens. It was the premier stadium. Today, that role has been taken over, some might say usurped, by Ahmedabad's Narendra Modi Stadium.